Justin and I are here this morning, and yes, I'm wearing a respirator today because it gets a little strong down here. We've got one more door to do and a couple closet doors, and then we're done staining, and then we're going to go and starting to get our trim moved over into the shop that our neighbor has so that we can get started. Hopefully we can still get a coat of stain on that tonight. So I really like the way these doors are looking. I think they look really rich and beautiful. So turning out pretty good, I think. Yay! We got everything except that silly door right there done. We ran out of Minwax, so we're gonna have to get another quart because we're also gonna need to do this beam right up here. So, but we can do that later, but we may as well just get another quart. But right now, we're gonna have some lunch. It's like 1 o'clock or 1:30, I don't even know. And then we're gonna start carrying stuff over to our neighbor's shop. It's like maybe a 3/4 mile or so. It's really nice. He's gonna let us rent that. So we gotta let this stuff dry like 72 hours, these doors. So we're gonna start with our trim because we started with that earlier. And then we're gonna come back. Hopefully we can get everything set up in one coat of finish on the boards yet today. And then let it dry overnight and come back, get the second coat in the morning, let that dry half a day, and then move the boards and do another section. So we'll see how it goes. And today's Thursday, so we've got, I don't think we can get it done by tomorrow night. We'll see. Anyways, lunchtime right now, and get out of this stinky house. There is load number 1 of several. We just loaded some of these boards on, and yeah, our stain, we got our sprayer, we got some sawhorses. So we're just gonna go over and get started, get set up, and come back and make more trips. I'm thinking I probably won't really make any videos while I'm over there. I just want to respect his privacy, and so I don't want to reveal where the guy's at, of course. So it's not far, but I might do some close-ups, but just kind of want to let you know that we probably won't do a lot of videoing while we're actually setting up and spraying over there. We are on round 2 right now. Second load. That's pretty much all we can get on here. Well, we could get more on, I guess, but we have limited room over there. So we're gonna go and stack these, spread them out, and maybe we can get a coat of stain on it yet in the next hour. I don't know if we can or not. But we're gonna go get this over there, and then tomorrow we'll probably keep doing it. So yeah, it's a process, a lot of work, in and out, but it's gotta be done. So one board at a time. This morning we're back and we've got them all laid out here. As you can see, we've got more in the back right there. So over at our house, you remember I was spraying outside, and the trouble is it was like 25, 26 degrees, and it was freezing. And unfortunately, the product kind of turned a little bit white. So I'm hoping, we're trying to sand it down, and I'm hoping that when we put our final coat on, that it's not going to be a problem, and that we won't be able to see it. But it is what it is. So those over there, we're sanding down, that we're going to give those a final coat. All these I gave a coat last night, and this morning, once we get done sanding them, we'll give them a final coat. So everything will be finished today. In here, hopefully by mid-afternoon or so, they'll dry, and then we can move everything out over to the house and then bring the next set over. So it's a process for sure, but that's the way. Trim is kind of a big project. I knew that going in, and I never really looked forward to it, but you just got to do it. It's one of those things. So we're plugging away, and at least we're working inside, but it's not really cold outside. It's like 20 some degrees, so not bad at all, but it's nice to work inside here. So we're taking and sanding them down. And after we get everything sanded down, and then Ethan's over here, and he takes a wet washcloth and he wipes them all down. And you can see some of these are kind of white. Oh, it looks worse in the camera, but it's got a little bit of that white. I'm hoping with the next coat that we put on, it won't show up. So a little bit of a bummer, but I can't really redo them now. So we're gonna plug ahead and hopefully we can still use them. There we go. Just got them done here, so letting them dry. And once they're dry, we'll carry them over to the house and get the next set in here. And these stair treads, I think, are turning out pretty nice. These are the stair risers. Some more stair treads. More trim. It's just starting to dry. I got the fans going in here, so just starting to dry up here. Well, there's our buddy again, Mr. Moose, hanging out right up behind the house. Okay, that's the rest of the trim that we have to do yet. So now, that was all setting up here in the Arctic entry. So we got it out here so where we could get to it. Now what we have to do is we have to head over to the shop, and we're going to take these, all those accent boards. We just got done finished sanding them, so they're ready to take over. Gonna take those over, and hopefully the boards that we have over there are ready to come back now. They've been drying for about 4 hours or 3 hours or so. So we're hoping we can bring a load of those back, take these boards over, and give them one more coat of stain yet tonight. So that's the plan. It's Friday, and we're gonna try to make that happen. Well, here we are, and we're checking them out. And these are some of the boards that were frozen. I don't know if you can see the ice crystals in the camera. Might be a little hard to see it. There you can kind of see the ice crystals. If you look at it just right, you can see the crystals that that were formed from the ice when we were when it was freezing outside. But the good news is that all that white stuff disappeared. I am happy about that. So these are now dry. It's about 3:15, and we're going to get all of these boards over to the house and get those over here and give them a coat yet in the next hour and a half or two. So this one's not done yet though here. But these steps, I love the way these stair treads are looking. Ooh, feel the look of the texture. So that's all burnt out from the propane torch and then sanded. Very cool. Hey, good morning. We are back here. It is a Monday morning, and we are going to get this trim all sprayed up, and then once it's dry, we'll carry it back to the house, and then we're going to be done with this trim, And then we're gonna bring our doors over here and give those a coat of spray yet this afternoon. Well, while we are letting the trim dry, we're down here in the basement hooking up outlets. Justin and Ethan are putting them together here. We're almost ready to take a load of doors over and get started on those as soon as we think the trim is dry, which it should be momentarily.
There you go.
All our jams are loaded and we're gonna head over to the shop, unload these guys, and load up all our big pile of trim. It should be dry by now. Pull them over toward you, Jasper. Yep. Don't want to rub against each other. Okay.
No.
Here we brought all this wood back and look at the sunset. Oh wow. Such a beautiful sunset right there. That is a beautiful sunset. We're just coming out of our drive here, heading back over to the shop with the doors, and that's the view. Wow. Here's the first coat of stain, or varnish, clear finish. I think they're gonna look pretty nice. We're gonna let them dry. Tomorrow morning we'll come back and give them another coat. Jams are over there. Well, we're back this morning and we're sanding these doors, getting ready for our second coat. Well, what do you think, Ethan? Are they gonna work?
Yep.
So how many coats do we have on there now?
3.
3 coats plus the stain, yep. I think they look pretty good. Well, what's left to do is we have to load all these up and then take them over to the house and put them inside the house. And I think what we did coming over is we were able to take all the doors at one time on one trip, and then we'll come back and we'll take all the door frames on the second trip. Well, today we came down to Home Depot in Anchorage to get our flooring in the rocks. And look at this guy we see out in the field right here in Anchorage. A really nice bull moose. Wish I could wade out there in that deep snow. He hasn't shed his antlers yet. Right in the middle of town, feeding on the willows.
Okay, we're here in Anchorage getting some stones for our hearth.
Having a tough time figuring out how to get them because they're all different weird widths and stuff. I guess the snow made it to where they can't really dig them out of the snow or something, I don't know. So we'll do with what we can. Figure it out. I don't know what that one was.
Yeah, it's a sharp one.
Alright, there we go. And those two. Look, I'll tell them we're ready. There we are, loaded down for bear. That thing is squatting.
Where are you going?
Yeah, going back to Wasilla with it.
Okay, you're fine.
Yep, so a lot of flooring, and there's our rocks for the fireplace, and there's our hearthstone, and there's all our couple fans, all our lights for the ceiling, and we're off to get some food.
Now begin your wedded life together. May you be as roses in the summertime.